Hi everyone, how you doing today? I hope you've had another lovely day. The sun's been shining all day, hasn't it? So I hope you've been out and about in the garden and maybe in your paddling pools. But I hope you've all been good and you're all getting ready for bed now. It always makes you tired when it's been a sunny day, doesn't it, when you've been out and about? So today we're going to continue because it's just Nana again today, but I think Grandad's going to be back tomorrow. So that means that we can do sharing stories again. But just for tonight, we've got Nana on her own and we're going to read another Winnie the Pooh book. And today it's going to be called Eeyores, Good Day. There you go. So as promised, a story with Eeyore in it. So Eeyore's Good Day. The sun was only just reaching its highest point in the sky over the 100-acre wood, but already it had been a friend-filled day for Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. Early that morning, they had agreed it was a good day to visit all their friends. Aren't they lucky? First, they dropped in on Kanga and Roo, who were finishing their breakfast. What a pleasant surprise, said Kanga. She had welcomed them inside and set 2 more places at the table. Pooh had already had a full breakfast. But the walk to Kanga and Roo's house made Pooh and Piglet hungry. Well, I've never known Pooh not hungry. Next, Pooh and Piglet stopped at Rabbit's house, just in time for a mid-morning snack. Rabbit was happy to see his friends while he took a break from working in his garden. There's the picture of them having breakfast. And there they are with Rabbit. And later that morning, they had dropped in to say hello at Owl's. He was just beginning to fix his lunch and invited Pooh and Piglet to join him. I'm not sure we can stay for lunch, Piglet said. We have a few more friends to visit. Pooh scratched his chin and rubbed his tummy, deep in thought. Though I suppose that means we'd better keep up our strength, he said at last, plopping down onto one of Owl's chairs. Well, it's not like Pooh to refuse lunch, is it? Now, as Pooh and Piglet made their way toward Eeyore's house, Pooh felt pleasantly full, while Piglet felt overstuffed. He hoped that Eeyore had no food to offer. Good afternoon, Eeyore, Piglet called as he and Pooh spotted their friend sitting in the sun. Oh, hello, Eeyore replied glumly. What brings you to my gloomy part of the wood? Pooh looked up at the blue sky and bright sun. It doesn't seem very gloomy to me, he said. You see, Eeyore? I like his house with the sticks. Wonder why he's gloomy. Eeyore turned his eyes skyward. He said flatly. I suppose you're right. Is there anything the matter, Eeyore? Piglet asked. Eeyore thought it over. No, he said at last. I suppose nothing is the matter today. Pooh and Piglet looked at each other puzzled. Neither was quite sure what to say. Nothing the matter? Usually Eeyore had at least one trouble to report. That his tail had fallen off, or his house had fallen down, or been moved when he wasn't looking. Eeyore lay down and sighed heavily. I guess this is what some folks would call a good day. I call it downright uncomfortable. Pooh scratched his head. Uncomfortable, he said. Eeyore nodded. I'm not complaining, he said, but nothing the matter feels an awful lot like something the matter to me. Suddenly Piglet had an idea. Pardon me, Eeyore, he said. I need to talk to Pooh for a second. You see pictures of Eeyore? He's got the pink bow on his tail. I wonder what Piglet's going to talk to Pooh about. Piglet pulled Pooh aside and whispered in his ear so that Eeyore could not hear. Pooh Bear, I was wondering, Piglet began, do you think Eeyore would feel better if something were the matter? I think that very well may be, Pooh whispered back. I was thinking if you and I were to make something the matter, just temporarily, of course, perhaps Eeyore would feel more like himself, Piglet suggested. Pooh and Piglet decided they would ask Eeyore to come with them to visit Christopher Robin. They figured that would take his mind off his problems, or rather, his lack of problems. On the way back to Eeyore, Piglet stooped to examine a tiny ladybug on a flower. Pooh, who was walking right behind him, didn't see Piglet stop. Oh, can you see the ladybug? What's going to happen? Pooh stumbled over poor Piglet and flew through the air towards Eeyore. At the very last moment, Eeyore stepped out of the way and Pooh tumbled full speed into Eeyore's house. Eeyore's house came crashing down to the ground. Don't worry, Eeyore, Piglet reassured him. We will rebuild it for you, won't we, Pooh? Yes, yes, Pooh replied, and he and Piglet went right to work putting the house back together as Eeyore looked on. As Eeyore watched his friends rebuild his house, the smallest smile worked in its way across his face. Was it because now there was something the matter, and that felt more natural to the grey donkey? Look, can you see him smiling? He's a funny one, isn't he? Or was it watching two good friends working hard to cheer up another that made Eeyore's spirits lift? Whatever the reason, all three friends agreed it had turned out to be a very good day indeed. Can you see? They're building the house. Oh, I do like Eeyore. He does worry about everything though, doesn't he? So, yeah, that's the end of that one for tonight. So I hope you enjoyed that. And we'll probably continue with those stories, but Grandad will be back tomorrow. So if he's back in time, he'll read a story. If not, it'll be Nana again. But Grandad will be back on Saturday if he doesn't get back in time tomorrow, because Lancaster's a long way away. So I love you so much. And tonight I'm going to say I love you, Max, because it's happy 8-month-old birthday day. 8 months, Max, where's the time gone? So I love you, Max. I love you, Ruby. I love you, Atty. I love you, Torben. Sleep well, be good, and I'll see you tomorrow for another story. I love you loads. Mwah. Bye.